In this video, we're going to be updating Avalon King's Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating after 7 months of real-world exposure. Let's go. So as we get started, the first thing we want to do is give the vehicle a nice pre-rinse. Right off the bat, we do seem to be getting some decent water sheeting already here on the driver's side fender, so that's a good sign. The pre-rinse not only helps remove the larger forms of dirt and film from the surface before the contact wash, but especially because we're testing a ceramic coating, we want to see what kind of water behavior there is, if any, and this helps determine how much of the coating is still present, again, if any. So as we're moving our way around the vehicle, the water behavior is gradually diminishing. Remember though, during the initial installation, I didn't really have enough to coat this full-size truck, so the front end and the driver's side got a good full coat, but as I wrapped my way around the tailgate and down the passenger side, I really had to stretch it pretty thin. So to be fair, the true test of this stuff will be on the front end and on the driver's side of the vehicle. Now if you have a ceramic coating on your vehicle and the water behavior is less than stellar, either in a rinse or in a rainstorm, remember that a ceramic coating can get dirty and clogged up just like a bare clear coat can. So really, you can't fully judge the coating's presence or performance until the vehicle has been cleaned. Remember that a ceramic coating is not bulletproof. They are susceptible to wear and tear just like anything else that's exposed to what a vehicle is exposed to if not properly taken care of. Installing a ceramic coating can be a costly investment in either time and labor or money. So it's important to protect that investment with regular maintenance. Now this particular coating, per my customer, has only been washed about 3 to 4 times in the last 7 months. Ideally, I would have liked it to have been washed at least 6 or 7 times in that time frame, but it is what it is. We'll see how it performs after a good wash. Okay, so now that we've got the initial rinse done, we've seen some water behavior while the vehicle is dirty. I'm going to go ahead and give it just a basic wash. We're going to be using Geon Bathe, now not Geon Bathe Plus, which has a ceramic element to it, but just regular old Geon Bathe, a pH neutral, high quality, good cleaning soap. Now again, it's been 7 months, so you might argue that you really need a full detail with iron removal, maybe even a light claying, to really get the true water behavior of the coating, if it's there at all. However, that may be true, but we still should see some water behavior even though we're not performing a full detail. So we saw the water behavior all around the whole vehicle. Again, it really wasn't that impressive, but of course, ceramic coatings get dirty just like clear coat gets dirty. So let's see if we can improve the water behavior at all just by a basic wash. Okay, so now that the vehicle has been fully washed, we can get a much better idea as to how much of the coating is still present. Again, starting with the driver's side fender, the water behavior is acceptable. I'd say the sheeting has improved from the initial rinse, and that's really what we want to see. As we continue to rinse down the driver's side of the vehicle, the sheeting is still there, but more so along the belt line of the vehicle, and it diminishes as we get lower towards the rocker panel, which is pretty typical of how a surface protectant wears on the sides of a vehicle. Now again, even though we haven't gone through the full detail process to clean the surface, a solid wash with a solid pH neutral shampoo should clean the surface enough to give us enough visual indication as to whether the coating is still present on the surface or not. To that point, I am noticing some improved water sheeting as opposed to the initial dirty rinse. So speaking of water sheeting, there's often debate over whether sheeting or beading is better. Water beading is sexy, and it does provide a lot of visual feedback as to what's on the surface or what's not on the surface. However, on a horizontal panel like the hood or the trunk, if those water beads are left to dry, say after a rain shower on a dirty vehicle, all those beads really do is encapsulate the dirt as well as minerals that are already in the water, and then those beads dry into these little spots across the surface, leaving behind spots of dirt and minerals. Sheeting, however, is where the water evacuates from the surface instead of simply beating up. This not only encapsulates the dirt already on the surface, but it washes it away and off the panel instead of being allowed to dry on the panel. This is what we call true self-cleaning properties. So really, in a coating, fast sheeting is what we ideally want to see. Another way to tell if your ceramic coating is still there is to take before and after measurements with a paint depth gauge or a paint thickness gauge. Simply get an average measurement around the vehicle before the coating is applied. Even with a consumer grade coating, you should still see even a small uptick in thickness. Then, as time goes on, after you wash and maintain the vehicle regularly, you can take more average measurements again from around the whole vehicle to see how the thickness either holds up or wears down. Now again, as we move our way around the vehicle, the water behavior is all but gone. But again, the rear and the passenger sides really don't count in this test because, again, I had to stretch the coating so thin. Okay, so just because I know that some of you are going to watch this and comment and say, well, if you just did a full detail or clayed it or iron removed it, then you get even better water behavior or better results. I'm going to at least use a iron remover. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I don't really care to clay a ceramic coating, especially not a consumer grade ceramic coating, because even though even a light clay isn't abrasive and I don't want to damage the coating unless I'm trying to remove it. But iron remover is safe, so I'm going to use some iron remover on this quarter panel here, this driver's side quarter panel here behind me, and let it dwell for 3 to 5 minutes like normal, and then we'll rinse it down and see if we can improve the water behavior even more. So unfortunately, on this rear quarter panel, after the iron remover treatment, the water behavior didn't really improve at all. This tells me that the coating might just be all but gone. To be fair though, the rear quarter panel on any vehicle does get the most abuse. It gets bombarded not only by brake dust from both wheels, but also road spray from both wheels. So that's just another factor to keep in mind. Alright guys, so that's just about going to do it for the 7-month update of Avalon King's Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. The driver's side here and the front end performed better, obviously, than the passenger side and the rear, although I did see some patches on the, I think on the passenger side, but at least on the tailgate of some water behavior, some sheeting. Nowhere on the vehicle did I see any insane beating or really fast water sheeting. We saw some sheeting, a little on the slower side, but still enough to indicate that the coating is still there. Now, I can't say for certain that it's 100% there on 100% of the vehicle. I did see some areas like on this quarter panel. We tried to improve the water behavior with some iron remover, and it really didn't improve, in my opinion. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But for what it is, really an entry-level consumer grade ceramic coating, I think it did pretty good. Again, this truck sits outside 100% of the time. We haven't had too much snow. I think we had 2 small snowstorms, very small snowstorms, nothing major. Again, today is January 27th. So again, it's been about 7 months since my initial review and application of this stuff. I think this stuff is probably more geared towards a vehicle that sits inside a garage most of the time, or has lives inside a garage. It can still be a daily driver, but one that is kept in the garage, at night or when it's not being used. Anyway, that's my real world take on this stuff. I probably will do another and final update on this stuff after 1 full year. That will be sometime this summer, July or August, will be a year plus. It was last July that I installed it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you insights into this product, and especially if you're considering purchasing it, spending that hard-earned money. So don't forget to give us a like right down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. As always, I'm Seth with Turner Mobile Detailing, and we'll see you in the next video.